Good morning, South. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance with South's winter athletes.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll hear more from them later in the show. Good morning once again, and welcome to the Falcon Report for this Friday, the 5th of March, 2021, a day B1. I'm Aiden Andres. What a treat this Foreign Language Week has been in a half-virtual school year. From Monday to today, South High School has been bustling with activities for those near and at home. And Janelia Fernandez joins the show to tell it all.
It's that time of year, South, where the beauty of foreign culture is put on full display for Foreign Language Week. Before the week of fun began, student volunteers began hanging creative designs throughout South halls. These designs feature unique displays of each country's culture, including their flags, monuments, foods, and other traditions. This exciting week kicked off to a running start, as Monday saw Cohort B, a newly physical student, race against one another in a hallway scavenger hunt. The hallway scavenger hunt saw 8th grader Sarah Sirzega claiming victory after correctly answering the series of questions corresponding to the hallway displays. The faculty also got their share of the fun, participating in a staff message hunt, which was encoded on the stairways of the building. Mr. Michael Barone was victorious in encoding the message.
I am this year's World Language Week Faculty Message Contest winner. The message the faculty had was, "Language and cultures bring the world together." I want to thank Miss Evola and the World Language Department for setting up this week.
A fan favorite, the Spelling Bee, featured fierce competition between students of all grades as they tested their knowledge of their respective world languages on Tuesday. Congratulations to Sebastian Quesada in Spanish 1.1, Andy Huang in 1.2, and Chelani McBode in 2. Yet another host of scavenger hunts were held on Tuesday and Wednesday, the first of which a QR code. Here, participants utilize QR codes to browse the internet, seeing 8th grader Kevin Tristler come out on top. The subsequent art scavenger hunt had students immerse themselves in some of the world's most famous artworks, with 8th grader Nicholas Simone taking the gift card. Language classrooms also added to the week of culture education, working through Language Week-related presentations to learn. To top it off, cultural music played in the hallways just yesterday to conclude the week. Lots of winners for various competitions, but it's safe to say that learning foreign culture is a win for all. For the Falcon Report, I'm Janelia Fernandez.
A lightning-fast conclusion to the winter sports season leaves our senior athletes with memories they'll never forget. On this week's edition of our Senior Spotlight, we'll feature some of South's class of 21 athletes who have devoted their entire high school careers to South athletics. The Falcon Report's Hamid Abdul met with the basketball seniors to discuss their athletic journeys. Hamid?
I'm here now with Sierra Gabaldon of the girls basketball team. So Sierra, can you tell me about what it was like to play this season?
It was a really short season, but it was great to get out of home and just enjoy myself.
Well, I say it was a good experience. I got to spend time with my friends, wrap up the senior year pretty well. We got to make more memories, so I'm glad for that.
Can you tell us what made you play this season?
I have a crazy love for basketball. I'm playing basketball my life. And after losing the playoffs last year, I just want another shot and play with my guys, my seniors. Just the fact that we had a season is a great thing. We got someone working and we got to redeem ourselves for last year.
So could you tell us about any lessons you've learned throughout the season? I know it's been really short.
I've definitely learned not to take things for granted. We weren't really even supposed to have a season, and it kind of just popped up last second. And it turns out, I'm over here thinking we have 8 games. Turned out it was 5. It's just crazy, being a senior and stuff. I never really thought it would end like that.
Yeah. So any piece of advice for future athletes or basketball players like you?
Perfect your craft and just go hard whenever you can, really. Because before you know it, it'll all be over. Now, basketball is done for me pretty much till next year in college.
Thank you so much. Back to you, Aiden.
Kudos to all winter senior athletes. When the Falcon Report returns, we'll hear far more about the student-made modern musicals. But first, a bird's eye view of the Science Honor Society donation box. The Falcon Report will be right back.
Agent E, what's the status? Over.
Nothing's changed, Agent D. He's still drawing. Over.
What is it that Culture Society could be planning? What is it that he could be drawing?
They'll never know what's coming. Give us the paper. Give us the paper.
No! You can have it, social distancing!
What?
Only South students can win the logo apparel contest.
I'm an old man who has an undying love of books, but has gone his entire life without being able to discuss them. I've read Harry Potter to the cat. I've read The Fault in Our Stars to a wall. I've even read The Hunger Games to myself. When all hope seems lost, I found the online book club. How wonderful it can be to share my love of books with others.
Just last week, senior high band classes begun playing instruments, but for those who haven't just yet, their focus has been on a compilation of modern musical pieces, assembling individual soundtracks. We'll bring in the Falcon Report's Jaden Sampson, who has a story.
On an in-depth dive into the theatrical elements of the musical Hamilton, students in Mr. Daniel Cregan's senior high band classes got a taste of the life of a Broadway playwright as they were tasked with the creation of their very own original modern musical production. Taking inspiration from each student's creative pursuits and ideas, classmates set out in developing original plot structures, musical arrangements, choreography, costume, lights, sound, and set design. The essential pillars of a musical. Students researched Broadway venues and selected conductors and composers to spearhead their musical endeavors, as well as prop masters, choreographers, topping it off with vibrant cast of actors. Students were also required to insinuate a specific aspect of their presentation through visual or compositional representation. Flowering creativity brought life and music back into band classrooms, encouraging students to continue exploring their musical interests in the modern world of theater. For the Falcon Report, I'm Jaden Sampson.
Temperatures and wind speeds have been up and down this whole week. We're hoping the Falcon Report's Ethan Ruano can report that this weekend could be another up for the temperatures. What are we looking at, Ethan?
Yeah, about that. From what it seems, I don't think a single temperature will peak above 40 this entire weekend. It is cold this morning, and it's going to be cold this afternoon. The strong winds all day will make it feel like the low 20s and lower. There will be a lot of sunshine to go around today and tomorrow, but both days will feel cold with temperatures in the mid-30s and Sunday. Although we'll make it all the way to the high 30s, it won't feel hugely warmer. Look for a warm-up come Monday, but remember, we're not out of the winter woods yet. Back to you, Aiden.
What better way to conclude the winter season than with a clutch W? The varsity girls basketball team did not hold back on the Rough Riders of Roosevelt. We'll welcome the Falcon Report sports producer Kibwe Bazdeo to share all details on the massive win.
Thanks, Aiden. Our girls varsity basketball team closed out the winter season strong, emerging victorious over Roosevelt. Even though it was senior night, the future of the team shined brightest, as junior Elizabeth Trail had 18 points and was a pest on the defensive side of the court, constantly forcing turnovers. Down 28-21 with a minute to go in the third, Liz Trail provided the spark that turned the game around. Trail hit a huge three-pointer and then stole the ball from the Roosevelt point guard at midcourt, drove to the lane, and completed another play. In the span of 12 seconds, Roosevelt's lead was all but gone, and the Falcons kept the pressure on in the fourth. Key baskets from senior Sierra Gabaldon and Laura Cardona put the Falcons ahead 34-32 in the fourth, a lead that they would not relinquish. An impressive comeback from the girls. That's sports.
That's all for this edition of the Falcon Report. From our entire staff, stay safe and have a great weekend, South.